We're all going to talk to that guy right about now.
Good to go blind.
Right about now.
This is weird.
Right about now.
I'm Morey White.
Wait, I'm Bob Nelson.
Oh, wait.
I'm Tracey White.
I'm Pastor Johnny Leckie, and this is the Compass Conversation Podcast.
Oh, man, that was a
How
crisscross.
intense was that?
Oh, my goodness.
That was...
I gave it the intense.
We will follow you. You have the name above every name. We will follow you, King Jesus.
Useful. Cheers.
Who moved my cheese?
Here's my move.
Little different tonight.
It's all right.
Wait, yeah, I'm going to look back there. I'm going to try
It's
not to
different,
look
but
at
all
the
the
screen.
same.
Yeah.
Where's my camera? Where's my camera?
That's
We
the other
keep
thing.
breaking
I
the
mixed
fourth
up,
wall.
I mixed up the cameras too, so I got to try to remember. That one is you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's Morey.
We're gonna call that the John 3:16 cam.
Yay! All right.
We just need to make a sign that says John 3:16 and put it on it.
Hey, it could be a graphic. We
Maybe
could
we just go all
overlay it.
analog, and it can put it in like one of those old little fans they used to use. And just every now and then you just bring it up. Put it right here.
There you go. Oh goodness.
Oh my soul.
You're gonna make it technical and just call it the J316.
Oh, that's the upgraded version.
That's right.
It sounds more techie.
J316. Space modulator.
Space. J316.
Welcome to the podcast. It's a conversation, if you didn't understand.
We're having a conversation.
And we're going to go ahead and get started here. And I'm all turned around because
Yeah, let's
everything's
go this
kind of
way.
weird. You want to start here, really?
Yeah, let's
All
mix
right,
it up.
man.
I mean, we're really mixed up.
Associate Pastor Bob Nelson.
Yeah.
How are you doing, man?
Doing pretty okay.
Pretty okay.
Yeah,
Not even okay, just pretty okay.
just pretty okay. Yeah, it's a good answer for everything. And it feels better than saying not too bad, because that means there's some kind of bad there.
Not too bad, just
Yeah.
kind of bad.
It's sort of bad.
But yeah, it was last night. I woke up like 3 o'clock. Not even 3 o'clock in the morning. It was more like about midnight, and just couldn't get back to sleep.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, but I've got my wind back. It was after a long day at work and clients asking stupid questions.
But if you're one of those clients watching right now, he's not talking about you. He's talking about the other client.
The other client.
All right.
So, but yeah, no, it was a good. Other than that, it was a hard weekend too. We moved my in-laws, and that was hours and hours. So I keep track of my steps. And after walking Sasha for about 2.5 miles Saturday morning, I had about 5,500 steps. No big deal. That's pretty common for me. And then by the end of the day, just from the moving, over 22,000 steps.
Good.
Oh, my goodness.
My thing said it was nearly 11 miles of walking.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
You said just one closet.
Yeah. And
Well, that's amazing. That is a big weekend.
yeah, they downsized space-wise. They did not downsize stuff-wise as much as they should have.
It's funny, Kathy and I were just talking about that dilemma a little while ago.
Yep. Yeah. But yeah, and then we've got more to do.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the thing about with moving, whatever house you move into, even if it's bigger than your old house, you go, oh, it's almost so big, there's so much space, but you always fill up whatever you move into.
There's a lot more in the garage than you thought there was.
Yes, exactly.
That's
Oh,
it. Goodness.
Yeah. So, but other than that, yeah, I'm doing really good. I'm really happy about making it official at the church with the church that I'm the associate pastor, and I'm really excited to see where God leads us on that one. And
It's going to be great, man.
yeah. Oh yeah.
We're just getting started.
Yep.
We'll ease into this thing a little.
And then this was a funny thing. I popped open thinking about this. So it popped up in a journal that I hadn't,
Sorry, man.
hadn't looked at.
I didn't mean to distract. I just suddenly went, where's the mic? Oh, okay.
It's up there somewhere.
We're up there somewhere. Go ahead.
Sorry. Anyway, it popped up in a journal. It was sitting on my. We were talking about piles of books. Yeah, it was buried in there. Some piles of books, and opened up, and the last entry was almost a year ago, and it was I was doing a fasting thing, and for like 36 hours, which evidently was very spacey. They mentioned something about that, but on it, it's like, yep, pretty sure God is calling us to go to Compass.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty funny.
Rock Rock on. That's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was a cool way to end the day. I
Yes.
thought. Yes.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
awesome.
it was. Uh-huh.
It was kind of a capper special bonus moment.
Yep. After a really fun day.
Yeah.
All,
it was
all
a great
around.
day.
There are pictures, so we have proof that it happened.
All right. Well, let's see how
There's
everybody's
video,
doing.
too.
We'll keep going around the table. Tracy White, how are you doing, sir?
Doing well. It's a good day, a Monday of Mondays. As typical Mondays go, being oddly the busiest day of the week, just trying to hammer out the rest of the week and how we're going to manage our time and everything. But it was definitely on steroids today. But other than that, what a great day. And, happy to be alive and kicking and here and, happy that it's raining.
It's
even though
raining,
it's still
not snowing.
cool, but it's not snowing.
It might
Yeah.
snow tomorrow, but I don't know.
No, it might not.
Okay. I'm with you. We'll pull him for that.
I mean,
It's just
what I
raining.
mean by that is if it might snow, then it might not. So
I
I'm
agree.
gonna.
I like the pessimistic optimism of that.
In fact, whenever we were praying over our dinner, that's
Lord, let it not snow.
my thanks was for the rain.
Yes.
And then
Yeah,
I
that's
asked
great.
for more warmth. That was my ask. So
That's awesome.
anyway,
Love that.
but yeah. So
All right, cool, man.
but yeah, doing great.
I liked you called it Monday of Mondays, like the show of shows.
It was. It's going to make for an interesting rest of the week as far as time management goes, especially with other things going on in life.
Right.
With the dental appointment and some folks coming home from deployment. We have another big group coming home later this week that I really want to go down to the Springs for, but I don't know if I can afford I can afford the time off work, but I don't know if the project can afford for me to take off from
Roger
work.
that. Okay.
So
Well,
anyway.
cool. Awesome. Well, glad you're here, man. How about you, sir? Ladies and gentlemen, Morey White. To my left. There he is.
So,
Again.
I was thinking about that rain and the
J316.
warmth. Something I really do miss about South Texas was the warm rain.
It's happened like once in my lifetime here.
Oh, it felt so good.
I love
I mean,
that,
because
yeah.
if you were just having a hot day and you'd go out and be in the rain, it was comfortable. Oh, I miss those days.
Yeah, that is a slight difference between you and me, Morey. Is that I hated those days.
No, wait, you lived
Here's
in
why, though.
Louisiana.
No, I was in Texas forever.
Okay.
And it was the hot, muggy, and then when it rained, it didn't really feel like it cooled anything off. It just made everything more muggy.
Muggier.
There was
and then more
that.
humid.
Yeah.
And it made the hot more like being in a sauna. But I'm glad you liked it because it's still all of God's beautiful creation.
It was great though if you were in the rain.
Well, that's a good point.
In the rain, it was fine because you felt all of that humidity, all of it.
As you guys know, I'm still cooling off. So
That's true. That's true.
that's awesome.
So I do miss that. It was a difficult Monday, like Tracy was,
Wrong camera.
and Bob even to some extent denoted. But in fact, I almost called and said, guys, because I didn't get off my phone call about the Department of Transportation stuff until 5:30.
Hey,
So
wow.
I was talking to my boss at the very end, and I said, I think I'm not going to go do the podcast tonight. I'm pretty wiped. And he's like, you need to go do that because you need to tell people the story of today.
Yeah.
So
Very
maybe
cool.
at some point today I will do that. And because it has to do with love.
Love.
True. Whoa.
In the workplace. That kind of love, not
Not romantic.
No, I was just saying love in the
Romantic
workplace.
stuff.
I don't know what that sounds
Yeah, let's. Yeah.
We'll check.
That could be
Let's see.
there.
Different kind of love.
Yes.
All right. Well, cool.
That's great. From the real.
So how are you?
Well, you can see it a little in my eyes for sure. Yeah. But here's how I woke up this morning. Dad, I think I need to go to the emergency room.
Oh
no! Yeah, my lovely daughter. She has this little heart flirpy dirt thing that happens from time to time. Never a big thing, never a big health concern. She said, doctor about it, whatever. It's not a big deal. It's kind of a heart. You have your what do they call it? The
ventricles.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is that right? Ventricles?
Yes.
The valves.
Okay. Anyway, so you got the beat here, then the beat here.
Yeah.
And hers sometimes will go beat, 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 beat. All right, so it's kind of flirty derp. It's like a fish walk. It has a similar thing. But
Just zap her. Yeah.
Last night she was like, it's really been going a bit today. I'm not sure what it is. And sometimes when she's dehydrated, anyway. So she went to bed, everything's fine, but when I woke up this morning, she had been up since about 4:30, and she said it was hurting, and then she got nervous because she felt something in her arm was tingling a little bit. So she works in a doctor's office, so she texted the doc, and the doc said, well, you can wait till you come in, and we can do an EKG on you, or you can go to the emergency room. And she felt so weird this morning that it was firstly, it was like, okay, I'll go with her to them. Okay, and then 10 seconds later, when our brains were finally, it's like, that makes no sense at all. It's easier for me to go than for you to go. You're the teacher. It's harder to replace you.
Yeah.
So half a cup of coffee, and the pot wasn't even finished. I'm throwing it in. Let's go. Threw on some clothes. Half awake. I missed my turn. Going to the. It wasn't one of those things where it's like, quick, the closest emergency room. So anyway, I went to a good one, but I still missed the turn. So I'm like, I'm glad you're not completely dying. But anyway, so we got her in. They were fantastic. It was UC Health we went to.
Yep.
And a team of people that got her right in. It was fantastic. Did all the check to make sure there's nothing life-threatening kind of deal. Everything. You're not having a heart attack. Whew, okay, good. This is okay. Okay, this is okay. This is okay. Anyway, long story short, some issues with some of her medication changes in the past couple of weeks. I have changed some hormonal things as well, which has exacerbated. Man, I don't get to use that word.
Hey, that's a big word.
It's exacerbated the situation.
And we're out.
Good night, everybody. No, so anyway, it's.
Only if we can talk about efficacy too.
Oh, that's two 10-cent words in one podcast. I don't know.
We're over the
So
count.
anyway, that's how my morning started, and we were, at the emergency room for a while. And they drew blood, and they did tests, and they did all this kind of stuff. It slowed down a little bit while she was there, and that was good. Anyway, so it was just a weird start to the day. I had to call in, and I went into work there at the school late, and that was strange. And for some reason, I don't know, just the full weekend, then the stress of that this morning, I guess, was really drained me today. Even when I got to the school there,
sure.
People were looking at me and saying, "You look really tired." I'm like, "Oh no!"
And it's not just because you were woken up early and had to go through all of that,
I
but
don't
the
think
worry associated
that's
with your
horrible.
child's
I was
health.
concerned about. Yeah, I was concerned
That's
about
a big deal.
So, but she seems to be fine, and she actually went into work later in the day and everything too. So that's part of why I'm all right now.
Well,
So
she's already in our
that's
prayers.
the way they went.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think she's going to be okay. I think they really sort of pinpointed that after ruling out all the weird, like I said, life-threatening types of things, that's kind of where they landed. And then her doc, kind of went, after she heard their diagnosis, she went, yeah, that's probably what's going on. So anyway, that's all I'm doing.
Glad she's okay.
Yesterday was eventful as well.
Yeah, it was a great
Yeah.
day.
It was
It was a good
fantastic.
day at Old Compass Church.
Lots of babies.
Babies everywhere.
Babies
That
everywhere.
was so
I
cool.
love that.
It
Yeah.
was fun. A little baby explosion. Yeah, baby dedication, and that was just really fun.
And then,
was.
and then announcement of Bob being the associate
Bob
pastor.
coming on board, associate pastor. Really excited about all of that. And I
Great
even-
worship songs. That was really good too.
Yeah, and again, Tracy, consummate professional man.
You did great,
Well,
Johnny,
thank
as
you.
well. So I love complimenting each other on that. It's
like
something that we do.
It's like the cartoons.
We sang.
Yeah, Chip and Dale cartoon.
No, you
I didn't have the words, so I was out, going outside and greeting nobody, and singing to the best of my inaudibility.
But I've got to say, I was very, very encouraged. Sandrine and the kids showing up. Sean's family. I'm very excited about that.
And Carol.
But Marcella showed up again, which is really neat.
Yes.
But not only did she show up, but she brought her mother.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Which
I couldn't make that connection. I met the lady. I didn't get a chance to really talk to her much.
which
That's her mom.
to me
Fantastic.
is wow.
That's really cool.
great. Yeah.
That was really neat. That means that there was some sort of. I mean, you just don't start bringing family just because.
Yeah, he had to come a few. You were at Compass a few weeks before you even told your brother it was happening.
And we needed a drummer.
Yeah.
We needed a drummer. We're only here because we need a drummer.
Yeah, originally I committed to 1 week and a month.
1 week. We did.
It's true.
That lasted about a
True
week and a
story.
half.
True
right
story.
there.
How could you say that?
It was fished in.
And I got a chance to talk to Carol a little bit afterwards, and she really liked it. She liked how things went along. So
Good.
There's a huge irony here too. So I belong to a mentoring group that deals with trying to get guys ready for ministry and whatnot. And a couple months ago, we were trying to go through a book about like multicultural, multi-ethnic churches, and it turned out it's a good book, but it was pretty much written as this is why you should do a multicultural church, not this is how you should do it. And we really needed the how. And so my comment to you here, or to Mark actually, the guy that runs it, was so this is how you do it. You have somebody's coworker get invited, and then
start inviting your neighbors and your coworkers. What an idea!
So glad that you invited John, and that's been a really good thing. So.
You know what's really, really interesting is, we do come from some different cultures, but we have so much in common.
Oh yeah, well,
sure.
And John and I get along outside of that. Outside of church, outside of work, just as friends, which is a really neat thing. We have some same belief systems, although he's had a lot harder times through some of the things coming from Rwanda. He has seen things that I can't even imagine. But at the same time, I've experienced things that he can't imagine either. So it's really neat to be able to share some of that and celebrate the differences and the commonality.
Sounds like church.
It is church. It is. That's what it's about.
Weird how that works.
It's funny how you've been preaching about love, and that's exactly what we're talking about right there.
It is, man. I think it's awesome.
So, and you got to recap.
Yeah, that's funny. I just knew there was so much going on Sunday. Even though I was mentioning about it, I had more.
You planned the whole like a whole lesson, didn't you?
Yes.
Regular length.
Regular length, but
You're going through your pages, going no, skip.
Well, I thought about maybe we could just not do the greeting question, or maybe we could just like lose a song, but the more I thought about that,
We did skip the coffee break.
The only thing we skipped was the coffee break.
I really need coffee.
Which I was okay. But the truth is, there was a moment where I told everybody, get up and get some coffee.
Yeah.
We just didn't cut to the video.
Right.
So, I mean, I just kind of thought, you know what, no, let's, these are all great elements of our base camp gathering, and we just need to do them, right?
Yes.
So I don't want to cut out taking time to sing those songs. After the parent-child dedication time, going into that, I call it an old song. It's funny, we sing a lot of other songs that are much older than that.
Yeah.
But if it's a song from 1982, I just think, this is a really old song. And it had a little of that vibe, but I brought it back. We probably won't even do that song again until we do another baby dedication song. But so that was kind of fun to be able to go into that time. And then to introduce that pretty chill, but I think powerful Psalm 23 song.
Oh yeah.
And then pick it back into the holy water team.
Yep.
But all those things were important dynamics to the ebb and flow. I mean, I didn't feel like we had been there for a really, really long time because things kept changing, and we were moving to another thing, to another thing.
Yeah.
So when I did finally get a chance to speak, I had about 11 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
And you did it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
He took 12.
No, I didn't.
I was going to say that. But
Actually, the truth is I did. I probably don't know. It was 11 or 12 minutes, but either way, I knew we were going to do the announcement at the end and everything too. I just wanted to allow enough time for each of those elements of the worship time to play themselves out, even if no one's ever said that the message needs to be 50% or not 50%. As in many situations, the message sometimes becomes 85% of the service or something. I mean, I could do that, but anyway. So it was just nice. There still was the gospel presented. We still got to do that every week, but I don't know. I'm kind of like that, and I know I'm ready for next week. Ready. More to talk about.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Me too.
It's funny. I gotta look something up while you're talking.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were about to show something.
Yeah.
I am.
That made me think of the radio deal where I had a radio.
Oh, yeah. That was kind of
borrowed the school radios
Oh,
there.
my goodness.
I'd seen that, and I'm like, that's a new one.
What's going on here? If we had those, we probably don't need to borrow those every week, but I was thinking that's a cool security thing, though.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
So since we've got the bunnies that have invaded the little playground, and
we
do
can't
church
go out
in
there.
the park, and if we kick them around to the backside, that will be a very
Kick them in the backside. What did you say?
kick
Wait.
the kids to the backside of
I thought you were talking about kicking the bunnies, because kicking kids is okay.
Oh my goodness.
Kicking bunnies, we don't want to do.
That's true.
Little
Poor
bunnies.
buddies.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird though? Yeah,
Yeah.
little baby bunnies and all that. So we can't use that. They won't even they're not even letting the kindergartners go out there until the
Really?
bunnies have moved. Yeah.
And it was
Are
really
they
funny.
baby bunnies or something?
Mhm. Yeah,
Oh, we got some under our gazebo.
Yeah, they were just born on Wednesday. so,
Wow.
it was really funny when Joy and I got there. Melissa and Leona were looking over the edge. I'm like, they look like they're looking at a petting zoo. and I said that, and they said, we kind of are.
Yeah, that's
That
great.
is funny.
So the
Wait.
first of the day yesterday
Yeah.
was, it bears all things,
Yeah.
believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things.
Yes.
That was the verse of the day. And now, of course, we knew
There.
it was.
We're not there yet.
We're almost
going there.
we're getting there, and that has everything to do with love. But
Yes,
it was
it
just
does.
so funny.
Yes.
But
It's the same passage.
it was just kind of interesting.
Actually,
I thought that was
here's the other behind the scenes heads up is that we're going to be moving from connection breakers to connection builders.
builders nice.
So
Here you go.
That's good. It's about time we.
about time we got off this negative love.
Yeah, we hear what to do instead of what not to do. I'm kidding.
So I'll share that story.
I'm pretty sure I know what not to do because I do it a lot.
Can I share the story?
Yeah.
It's your
why not?
story, man. Your boss made you. Let's hear it.
Yeah. Shout out to Dave.
All right, Dave. Thanks,
love
Dave.
Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
So Dave and I talk a lot. It's a wonderful relationship that we have. We share a lot of different views, different insights to different things, and we deal with a lot of situations. Now, we've been working on a project that has to do with giving some data to the Department of Transportation. And today, I spent a lot of times going over some data that I had provided earlier because the numbers that I have now don't match what I gave originally, and there was some panic there because we're talking about a difference of 75,000 and passengers, and it's just a really big deal for the number. And come to find out, what had happened is whenever I went, on that camping trip, I sent him some stuff, and they tweaked a few things and changed some of my code, right? And so it dropped the number by 75,000. Well, I was never informed of that, and so I spent a lot of time today doing something that could have been avoided. But and you know, those kind of things you get miffed at.
Yeah.
But that was it. You get a little mad, a little upset about it. But because our team is patient with each other and kind to one another, and we don't go down the road of those connection breakers. We were able to handle that and never change our personal feelings towards each other.
I agree.
And he thought it was very important. I said that I didn't get off a call until 5:30, and we had to be here at 6. And I did not want to come tonight because I was beat. I'd been on a call all day. And he said that it was very important. I come and share a real world experience where love, mutual respect overcame the problem.
Yeah, that's
And
awesome.
It was a beautiful thing.
Fantastic.
Thanks, boss. You're right.
You know what? And I can't wait to thank him in person when he shows up to church next week. You could tell him that.
I'll tell him.
Wow.
He's going to watch this.
Oh man.
Come and see
I'll
us.
make him watch this.
Pretty sure I've met him.
You have.
Yeah, I know.
No pressure or anything. That's awesome, Morey. I love that, man. Because
That is good.
That is where we do miss the train sometimes. It's when you go to church, you hear some kind of sermon or you read the Bible, and you think in these sort of lofty, kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Abstract kinds of concepts, and you think, what a beautiful thought and what a lovely idea. And then we go out and leave, and we're back into the grind, and we're with people, and we're like, ah. And then we go back to church again to just try and forget all that.
Yeah.
The opposite is really, although there's comfort in coming together, when we get into Scripture together, we worship together, we should immediately apply it in this sort of practical,
Absolutely.
people we live with, people we work
Real
with,
world way,
real
yeah.
world. Yeah, exactly. It's life-changing in the sense that it changes the way we do life.
It
Right?
is.
It
It does
does.
change.
Yep.
But one thing I do want to say is, boss, I know I do the same kinds of things to you, and I'm sorry.
No honesty. If you want.
Well, but it is, and we
Yeah.
did talk about that too.
Very good.
It's all about being gracious with one another, and you know, and I like the fact that that forward leading, the leading by example, in practical application of what we're learning as far as how we're called to behave and treat each other and everything, and being the example of that really does filter over to other people, and it's infectious, especially whenever the outcome is really positive, right? Hey, we're not fighting. I kind of like where you're coming from, you know, and it becomes infectious that way.
I just love that. You know, it's like I'll pray through. We'll prepare. We go through a series. We get into the Bible together, and I love that does spill out into you guys' conversations during the week, which is just awesome. It's encouraging to me.
Which, of course, is making me feel bad that I called one of my clients stupid today.
To their face?
No.
Earlier in the podcast.
Earlier in the podcast, yeah. It was a stupid question. It wasn't that she was stupid.
We're learning from
love
each
you, Bob.
other.
We're gonna-
Our love and our patience with each other.
Here's my letter of resignation.
Was the question
Former
like,
associate pastor Bob Nelson.
was the question, is it supposed to come on even though it's unplugged? Or something like that?
So the weirder part was her brother, who is working on his part of things, asked the same question. So it was like it was a really busy day, and yeah, like, I answered graciously.
There you go.
I did not answer badly on the email, but
Just on the inside, you were.
well, no, I work from home. Unfortunately, it kind of comes out, and the dog was looking at me funny.
Oh, that's awesome.
We're all working on it, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, and
words.
I mean, going to your point about infectious, it's infectious, much more infectious the other way. So if you're in an environment where you're getting the wrong kind of encouragement to go down those things,
That's true.
You snowball a lot faster downhill than you do
That
uphill.
is true.
So
That is true.
It's more like a virus.
Yes.
than it is the.
You know what? That's why it's really.
I was about to say the vaccine.
Yeah.
We want to spread the vaccine of love, not the virus.
Okay.
Are there side effects?
Bob, I love you, brother. You know, you're just an amazing man, and I truly enjoy, and I know you truly do feel bad.
Here comes the butt.
Look out, man.
There's no but.
Oh.
So what I would like to do to show my appreciation for you is that I'd like to allow you to use the John 3:16 cam and share that today.
Wow.
I think it's really important.
That's pretty
It is
amazing.
touching. Actually, it is really touching.
Take a deep breath. I know it's
Deep breath. You go into the J316.
Hello, J316 camera.
Hello, computer.
So we open the pod pay doors and we'll be okay. So the reason why it's infectious in the right way is because Jesus really set the example, and how he did that was through God's love. And this is how it goes. God loved the world in this way, that he gave his son, that whosoever believes in him will not perish but have eternal life. And that's pretty darn cool.
That is cool.
John 3:16.
Yeah, and if we do remember that, it does become infectious.
Yes.
We do start really thinking about that person that's across from me asking a dumb question is still in God's creation, and that dumb question is not dumb to that person, even if it isn't. And we need to remember to get in that person's life and be invested in them. So I'm a financial guy, so there's my investment advice for you.
Ah.
Invest in John 3:16.
Wow,
Yes.
Bob, good job, man.
That was awesome.
Thank you, sir.
Good one.
And awesome of you there, Morey. Even though he said
Appreciate
something
that.
about the
Oh, that's
stupid
awesome.
person across.
They needed it.
Yeah.
But you were talking about somebody else.
I was talking about somebody
Morey.
else.
I do remember one time there was we were in a group setting. This was a military thing, of course, and somebody was asking for questions. Nobody was asking for any questions, and the person presenting said, "Come on, there's no stupid questions." And then somebody asked a question, and he goes, "All right, I take that back."
Except for that one. That was a really dumb one.
So mine on that one is when I'm doing training and stuff, it's like there are stupid questions, but I'd rather deal with the stupid question than the consequence of you not asking that question.
Right, yes.
So true.
Yeah, definitely. We are still
So
on.
we expect stupid questions.
We're near
during
the end of our
training.
time, aren't we?
Yeah.
We
What
are.
did you say?
Expect stupid questions as we're going along.
It's all
Oh,
right.
I didn't tell so you know I didn't sleep this weekend, right?
Yes.
Because remember I had the toothache on Friday night, and then Morgan I had to take him to the ER.
emergency room. Sure.
And then, so last night our reading we started off in Revelations because we're at the end of our
Revelation.
Revelation. Yeah,
Yeah, sorry.
Revelation.
Sorry to
So-
correct you there. But
Yeah, you're right. Revelation.
I
So
got
That was
twitch.
real
I
stupid.
bet the twitch in my eye, and that one started it going again. Go ahead.
thank you for the correction. So we started in Revelation.
Yes.
So yeah, that was.
Wow, was that an eye opener? Kept you awake all night.
We haven't got to the real eye-opening stuff yet,
Oh,
but
my.
yes, we were in the 7 lamps and the 7 spirits, and
Great, good,
so,
really good.
yeah.
Makes for good dreams. the vision.
Or the beginning of Daniel with the wheels.
Yeah.
Yes, that was cool.
UFOs. Totally UFOs.
All right, Hal Lindsey. You're seeing some helicopters in the Bible.
Yeah.
Well, okay. On that happy note, we're about out of time, is what you're trying to say, right?
We are.
Chris?
Yeah.
Well, things are great and going great at Compass Church. We'd love to have you as our guest this Sunday. And we meet always online in Facebook, Compass Church Colorado. And it's at 10 o'clock on Sundays. But you can also join us in person at Arkansas Elementary School. We'd love to have you as our guest this Sunday. All right, guys, final words. We're still going to keep our same order.
Love you guys. Love everyone out there on the interwebs land. And
If it's not working, turn it off. Then turn it off. Love you guys. Likewise.
Oh, man.
John 3:16. Peace. Eddie, get it in there.
No, say it again.
John 3:16. Peace.
I went to the J316.
Oh, I was looking.
16 Cam. Grace and peace to you. That's all we have for tonight. And we are obviously
We're or something.
For sure.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, that's funny. Holy
This is
cow.
one of,